Less than 48 hours ago, Anthony Joshua received a boxing lesson from Oleksandr Usyk. You fought Usyk as well. I'm going to ask you for your thoughts first, John, on what you saw, or what you watched, or what you thought you watched on Saturday night.
One question, did you enjoy the fight?
I enjoyed the spectacle.
That says it all.
Yeah, I wasn't happy with the fight.
He wasn't happy with the fight, but listen, he was a very awkward man, Usyk, and obviously he'd never fought anybody like that before. What he did need to do is adopt Derek Chisora's game plan, what he had, because he did a better job than what he did, you know. And I thought if he used his weight a bit more and a bit more devil in his work, it could have gone better for him. But
were you surprised he didn't, John?
I was surprised because he's a big dude, isn't he? But
yeah.
weighing about 16.9 on the night, he only weighed 6.17.2 with his tracksuit on, with his watch on, and that's it'd have been 16.10.11, wouldn't he? Might have lost a bit too much weight. But what he needed to do is get all over him and put him under pressure.
To have a go.
And not letting him settle.
What about you, Dale? We sat about a week ago in a yoga parlour in Hampstead. Very different than the back of a bus in central Manchester in the rain. I agree. But we sat there and you went through all the things that Anthony Joshua had to do and all the things that Anthony Joshua shouldn't do, and he seemed to turn it on its head, and he did all the things that you suggested he shouldn't do, and he didn't do the things that you told him to do. Were you surprised by the outcome?
No, listen, he wanted to box the fight. Yeah, he wanted to box a boxer. And if he went the other way around and he won it, we'll be all be singing.
You're a genius.
Yeah, you're a genius, you're amazing. He went the wrong way. So he goes back on the drawing board and get it right next time. And but his game plan, that's the game plan they worked on. Yeah. You know, it's not like he just came out that game plan in the gym, in the ring that day. No.
They made that up. They constructed that.
This is what they worked on in the last 6 months. And there was nothing wrong with the game plan. Maybe it didn't work enough.
Didn't work.
It didn't work enough.
So, Derek, can he go back to a drawing board, or can he go back and change the game plan? And could he pull it off in a rematch?
He could pull it off in the rematch. It's all up to him.
But he's got to change drastically.
Well, no, he don't have to change. Right? He just have to work more.
Work more.
Yeah, put more power punches in there.
But he looked to me, and I don't know what you thought, John. I mean, I was 10 feet away from the fight, so I was really close to it. It looked to me like everything was being pulled. The jabs were just a couple of inches short. The right hand, he wasn't following through with it. It looks to me like he was trying to almost like nick the fight on points in an old sort of amateur setup. That didn't make any sense to me.
The thing is with it, Steve, when your plan ain't working, it's up to the corner to switch it up. And they kept saying in the 8th round, be smart behind your jab. Wasn't working because he was in front of a master technician and he played Usyk's game from the beginning and he didn't try and change it. That's his corner's fault.
It comes back to you at the end of the 8th, John, right? And there's 69,000 people there. His title's slipping away.
Yeah.
What do you tell him to do?
Throw the kitchen sink at him. Get on top of him, press him all the way, make him work. He can't work no more. Make the referee sweat cobs and get him out of there. You're big enough, you're strong enough. Believe in yourself and get him out of there. Not be smart behind your jab. Get rough with this man. Yeah. Rough him up. Get him out of his comfort zone.
He didn't rough him up. I mean, Derek tried to rough him up for 36 minutes. But AJ never tried to rough him up at all, Del. And in fact, there were several times when they were in a clinch when AJ just allowed himself to be walked back to the ropes. Like he wasn't trying to work or push his head down. Surely that would have worked against a man like Usyk when you're carrying, like you did, 3 or 4 stone, and in AJ's case, a couple of stone.
Yeah, it didn't work, but it's like this. He had his own game plan, which we don't know, but he came to the box. Yeah, he wanted to beat him by boxing, and for me, my game plan was to rough him up. He didn't train to rough Usyk up. Yeah, I trained to rough Usyk up, and it just went the wrong way for him on the night. But do I believe that the rematch is going to be amazing? It's going to be a great fight. I believe so, and I believe right now he is so stressful. He's so stressed out right now, wondering how's he going to do it in the rematch. And he's going to have to go back to the drawing board.
Make things simple.
Listen.
How do you do that though, Steve?
It's hard.
Make it simple.
It's hard, yeah. Because
you've got to believe in yourself, and I don't think he believes in himself 100%.
No,
he hasn't got that self-belief.
No, he does.
Does he though?
He does.
He didn't show it that night.
No, he does. Sometimes, in boxing, it's all about...
I know.
Yeah, he does.
When you're losing, you got to say, hang on, let's get it on. A big strong man, 6'6", 18 stone. Let's have a row sometimes, The boxing's not working. Let's get in the trenches. And he didn't want to do that because he never had the gas tank.
But
And another thing, not stopping him talking, I'm going on a bit, I know.
No, you're allowed
he
to, sir.
tasted the power early on.
First round.
First round, if
Third
I'm
round.
I've got to watch I don't get knocked out here. Because he tasted the straight right,
But Derek
straight
had
left, down the pipe, shook him.
But Derek had told him that he does bang. He bangs harder than you think. Derek had said that to him.
Listen, he tasted the power early on. I think he went into the comfort zone saying, you know what, I'll box clever and I'll stay on my feet at the end of the bell. But that's not trying to win. I'd rather get counted out trying to win than do what he did. But listen, it was a great fight. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
listen,
good
you
viewing.
have to understand the promotion was amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Brilliant.
like, you know,
Lovely.
I mean, like, you have to look at it like, when is the last time in boxing history, like in the United Kingdom, somebody who sold out arenas back to back?
Five of them.
Five of them in the last
give
5
him
years.
credit, all the credit
You
to
have
him.
to give him
Of course
credit,
you do.
and you have to give
Absolutely.
Eddie Hearn credit as well
Yeah,
with
you
the
do.
match from the whole thing. For
I'm
doing that.
a little bit disappointed in some of the people in boxing, and some people who should know better being as critical as they are, because you know he has dragged and helped us an awful lot, John. You know, I mean, whether you think he's a good fighter or not, the bottom line is
he's a good fighter.
this business he's created, this profile he's got. I mean, all of us benefit from it. Tyson benefits from it. We all benefit from it.
Absolutely,
You know,
yeah.
we all share. You know, listen, I benefit from it.
Everybody's
All of us
eating
does.
from that.
I will just say one thing.
Go on, John.
I thought you were getting off the bus.
No,
Before he gets off.
no. Give AJ a break.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't all AJ's fault, it was his corner. They never had the brains to help him out of a sticky situation. That's the bearing of it all.
That's it.
They never had the brains, his corner. You got to know your men in the corner, know the fight game.
And in all fairness, John, I'm going to throw it back to Otto Vallin. When you were in the studio here and I was
What they
ringside
say.
in Las Vegas,
Sure.
and you were saying the same things, you were having a real scream up, saying that corner, they're going to ruin his career. They've got to send him out in that fight. Listen, I know Tyson didn't nearly lose it, but he had 49 stitches or 47 stitches in the calf, and it was closer than anybody likes to remember. You know.
But I'll tell you why. It was a bad fight for Tyson. Because the man had brains in his corner.
Yeah.
Joey Gamage is the most intelligent training man out
Smart
there.
guy.
Two-time featherweight champion of the world. Smart guy. He kept changing him up round by round.
He did.
And he kept Tyson turning. He needed Joey Gamage. If he'd have had Joey Gamage in that corner, AJ, things might have been different.
To be continued. Anyway, we'll leave AJ there. We'll park
Yeah.
AJ there. He's sorting his head
Brilliant
out.
fight. I enjoyed it. Edge of the seat stuff, and that's what it is. If you enjoy it, it's a cracking night.
That's
Isn't
it,
it?
that's it.
Good luck to both guys.
When that bell rings, it's going to be a war.